started? In the blistering heat of the Middle East, two ancient lands, Iran and Israel, once walked parallel paths of civilization. Both were homes to rich histories, sacred texts, and enduring cultures. Yet in the echo of the 20th century, their destinies would collide, not in kinship, but in conflict. It wasn't always like this. In the early days after Israel's founding in 1948, Iran, then under Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi, became one of the first Muslim-majority countries to recognize Israel de facto. There was quiet cooperation, trade, intelligence sharing, and even military collaborations. While the rest of the Arab world turned its back on the Jewish state, Iran, pragmatic and Western-leaning, maintained a delicate balance. But history has a cruel way of twisting fate. In 1979, the Iranian Revolution roared through the streets of Tehran. The Shah fell. In his place rose Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini, a stern, unyielding cleric who declared Israel not just a political adversary, but an ideological enemy. To him, Israel was the little Satan, a colonial force planted in the heart of the Muslim world. With that, decades of covert partnership were shattered in a breath. The embassies were closed. The flags were burned. Iran's support turned toward militant groups like Hezbollah and Hamas, groups that rejected Israel's very existence. Iran began funding, training, and arming these organizations, seeing them as frontline fighters against what it viewed as Zionist oppression. Israel too responded, with urgency and with fear. Tel Aviv watched warily as Iran's nuclear program advanced. In the quiet halls of Mossad and in secret meetings with the West, Israeli officials warned, if Iran gains the bomb, it's not just a threat, it's an existential risk. And so began the Shadow War. Assassinations of Iranian nuclear scientists, mysterious explosions at military sites, and relentless cyber attacks like the infamous Stuxnet virus, which crippled Iran's centrifuges. Each side accused the other. Each side claimed defense. But behind the justifications lay deep wounds. Wounds of ideology, of betrayal, and of power. And yet in the darkness, human voices still whispered. There were Iranian dissidents who spoke against their government's hatred, who lit candles for Jewish lives lost in the Holocaust. There were Israeli academics who spoke Farsi, who remembered the Persian Jews and their centuries-old presence in Iran with fondness. There were mothers, both in Tehran and Tel Aviv, who simply wanted peace for their children. But peace remained elusive. In 2020, as Israel signed normalization agreements with several Arab states, the Abraham Accords, Iran saw itself further isolated. Its rhetoric grew sharper. The Zionist regime, it warned, will not see the next 25 years. Israel, in turn, hardened its defenses, deploying missile systems, forming coalitions, and conducting drills that echoed the tension in the air. Today, the conflict is not just military or diplomatic. It is deeply personal, wrapped in faith, history, and national identity. It is a tale of fear and pride, of justice and revenge, of the hope that somehow a bridge may one day be rebuilt. For beneath the posturing and politics, the desert remembers. And perhaps one day, the echoes of ancient friendship will rise again from the sands.